Boo.
Be.
I do the funny. Chata mate. Whoa. What is happening in Mesa now? I guess my headphones are working properly actually. Hold on, wait a sec. My headphones not working properly. Okay. I think audio on stream was fine, I'm not sure. But we have Tire Talk and Epi. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, it's match point for Epi. Oh, okay. Oh, the miss hole, I think. Kogo has to downstep here quickly. Epi doesn't have any attack to really send away here. But has, I mean, yeah, pretty bad bot state. Kogo has quite a bit of free garbage here and has a huge downstep here. Gets a floating. Oh, unable to actually kill as Epi just sends it back all at once. Really nice down second both side. Kogo has 5 back-to-back. Epi has to break her Diaz. Oh, Kogo with that slight miss drop at and that's GG's. What a game. 8-10. So pro. Oh my god. Hello. I'm happy.
Hello, AB.
Oh my god, Evo. We do the funny.
Yeah, 7:56. Let's in the morning.
Wait, is this the morning?
Happy. Yeah, it is the morning.
Okay. Pretty early morning. That is very pork.
I know.
Early morning gaming. Who do we have next? Who do we have next actually?
Up next we have, I think, Lucas versus ABC according to their Discord user.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, hold on. I need to do check something. I forgot to get water. Damn it. Hold on, wait a second. I need to go get water. But let me do something.
I see you don't come prepared with like 4 water bottles around your bed, like me, because I keep forgetting that I put them on the shelf.
Hold on. BRB, I need to go get water. Okay? Oh my god, bro.
Yeah,
I want this
go
VN
ahead.
so badly. Okay, I will BRB.
Just showed up without water. Come on. Anyway, both players are starting to join the room, so we will be seeing. Lucas is a kind of a new X rank player. I know they got it within this month, and I haven't seen ABC play yet, so this will be a little interesting for me. They don't seem to understand about stream matches, but that's okay. Probably their first time, and we do welcome new players. Of course, you have to be U rank or higher. Alright, they have joined the room there.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
So we have
So we have
Lucas,
2 U ranks.
Wait, really?
I mean, not 2 U ranks.
Okay.
Well,
I
a
got-
U rank and their new X rank. I mean,
Yeah, very close in TR. Like 50 TR difference? No, 30.
it's like It's like 1,000.
Wait, it's 1,000? Wait, I'm so
Yes.
fucking dumb. I'm so dumb. Oh my god. Bro, I'm amazing, okay? Trust me. Just trust me, please. I promise I'm not this dumb.
They're both U ranks according to AP for real.
Though I thought one of them was high U, the other was a low S, but no, it's just a low S and high and low U. This is gonna be one of the matchup of all time for sure. Also, I love how different your voice is. You actually sound less deep.
I sound less deep.
Yeah, you sound less deep.
Okay.
Funny.
Oh, sorry. I'm not faking my voice no more. For real, I'm just sick.
I do the funny, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
We're just waiting to see if
Yeah.
NY wants to warm up around.
Anyway, I would say Neo. I'm calling him Neo. Alright, look. When your name is
It's
NYO,
zero.
it's Neo.
It's a
No,
zero though.
it's a zero. It's a O. I don't care anymore. It's a O.
Alright, AP has the power to change people's names for real.
Alright, Neo versus Lucas. This is gonna be a very port gameplay here. Neo go for the PC. Lucas fight back.
Alright, can we have PCO versus PCO? Neo though going into PC looping, and then Luke is just easily able to counter because it is just consistent clear pressure.
No, with a misdirect. That's not a great sign for our EU rank here. I don't even know what the bracket look like this time actually. Hold on. Neo is an O. Though we won't talk about that. Just promise it never existed. Trust. Okay, just trust. Also, Patricia, can we change the stream title to Radiant 69 plus 1? Oh, I see. Neo didn't get first rounded because Snowy didn't play. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, Goga, have fun to both sides.
We do see it looks like some TD opener. There's so many that I don't remember the name. Gets quad PC and Luke is instantly caught off guard.
Yo, that's how you pro the opener. Just get lucky, easy. Oh wait,
There's always
What?
the alternate route of doing it 300 pieces per second, and you'll always win.
so true. I think Neo matter his PC here. His opener here. I don't think your opponent is supposed
No,
to
for
rely
sure.
on. Yeah, I don't think your opponent is supposed to rely on 3 JPs. Ooh. Neo has a very interesting playstyle. They can play fast, but they like to think. They can
It's more
survive.
of the.
Oh,
I think it's
oh,
more of Neo is just more of an opener man, so they can go quick with those memorized bags, and then they go slow in the mid game.
oh, true. Yeah. That's I feel like Neo could survive that actually if they. Neo with the PC again.
again.
Lucas is ready for it. That's an easy counter.
Of course, when you get quad PC with that opener, it just loops right back into itself. Once again, taking the PC route, breaking back to back when they had no quad PC garbage on their board this time.
Yeah. And now they're greeting. They were just a little bit too slow on the upstep there.
Yeah.
Neo playstyle is definitely one to remember if you ask me. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Lucas going to LST here. Actually more like ST. No, wait, no. LS stacking?
That's definitely LST because ST stacking involves like a completely different form of the left side, I would say in
I
this case.
see. I didn't know about that. I knew that like ST stacking is a thing, but I never like understand the difference between those two.
Lucas
Lucas
though,
actually,
it just tops out NY with all of that constant back to back. Missed their T spin mini, so if
yeah,
NY would have survived, there would have been no more back to back chain. Alright,
yeah.
missed
Oh,
PCO. That's
funny
rough.
miss. Yo, Neo is actually playing like me, but better. Yeah, but no, I feel like me and Neo have similar playstyle. Though he's probably better than me just because he actually thinks. I don't think, you know.
Lucas just getting a little greedy for this back to back chain. NY
Hey,
just needs to send a.
yeah, I think Lucas just kinda messy around. I got a feeling.
Just a wee bit, but it's working out.
Yeah,
They
it's
are
working out,
constantly holding
obviously.
on to that back to back chain.
Yeah, I feel like Lucas is using this as like a way to like train their better Disney vision. It seems like. Oh my, what is that solution? Lucas went with a very unorthodox solution there, I'm not gonna lie. Gets a nice floating and it's now like slowly downstacking everything. Neo is still alive, but they're going too slow, I feel like. They need to go faster.
Yeah, 1.3 is a little it's gonna be a
Lucas,
little tough to try to do anything at that speed against Lucas's constant back to back pressure.
yeah, like with 1.3 you have to time, but like timing doesn't matter if you don't have enough firepower to fight back, you know? Oh, Lucas, Neo the PC, but Lucas managed to block it off.
You can see they're constantly for that they got that opener speed but not much in the mid game.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely doesn't help their situation. And Lucas there with a slight downstack find, gonna take their 6th point.
Yeah, wait, what? Nah, there's no Lucas with the opening.
That is a little unique, but I don't know if it'll. NY just needs to send a bit of pressure, but
Wait, that's a BM opening though. Dio's game plan is basically kill with opener if not die. That seems what I understand. Yeah, yeah, like Neo has a lot of like what's the word?
I don't.
Oh, I think we're gonna go for a T-spin triple, a T-spin tower there.
Yeah, you can see NY wanted to change opener strategies and do extended SDPC, but that's definitely not enough pressure at all.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Extended-
It works when you're like SS because people don't know how to handle like 20 spikes, but then when you get up into like U and low X, they can easily handle that with just one like
Yeah, like
TKI pretty much.
yeah, exactly. The like extended really only works if the opponent doesn't know how to react to your attack. Again, he goes for the PC solution there actually. Oh, select
But
miss drop.
it's-
Choose. Has some interesting like downstacking style. However, gets another point, 8-2.
Yeah, they did get their 2nd point, 8-2. Very interesting. You can see they wanted to go for the PC solution, but the combo from the attacks made it work out, and now they're gonna not get the quad PC because of the unlucky, I think, garbage spawn or just incorrect setup. I can't tell.
Well, I know nothing about opener, so I will pretend that whatever you say is the right one.
Hey, I'm also not. I don't know very much about openers either. I know like all of the solutions to PCO, and that's about it.
Bro, I don't even know all the solutions to PCO. Like, there's that one solution with like, I think it was a JL and S, I think? I don't know. They are greeding a lot here. Neo going up to greed is very interesting because he is the slower player here.
You see,
You
they
know?
couldn't kick the eye over like they wanted, but either way,
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's like just a bad spot to put it. Anyway,
yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, even if they keep the eye over, I think they would just still end up being dead.
uh-oh.
Nice PC for them. Guys, a second. Too much,
Yeah, you can
too
see
much damage.
you can see their speed in the opener versus their speed in mid game. That was easily 3 PPS there, but then it's like 1.5 in mid game.
Wait, what is Lucas doing right now?
Something you
Not
shouldn't do against an opener main for sure. That's for sure.
so true.
Lucas once again misdropping that opener. That whatever is getting set up, and they're gonna die there. Oh, never mind.
No. Nah, don't underestimate, I believe. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I take back what I said.
Nah, don't underestimate. They made it out. Don't worry.
Oh, Lucas is a
Keep
misdrop.
misdropping.
Here's the, I feel like Lucas can get an easy win here. It's a pretty free match. But I feel like they are playing with different playstyle here. If you ask me.
No longer open remaining. I've always known them as like every time I play them, they use some kind of opener, which is
Lucas?
interesting. I mean, I'm gonna rag on your playstyle because opener mates, I don't like playing them, but
Bro just violated the entire open the main community. No quad PC for Neo. Go for the. This is like a very popular continuation for PCO actually. I should learn this.
right, Lucas keeps misdropping. Something must be going wrong.
I feel like, okay,
Never
wait. I mean, we see the funny number now. Like, is he actually gonna not misdrop anymore? Like, genuinely,
That's
oh my god.
crazy.
Okay.
That's wild, bro.
Can you just imagine that? Oh wait, they are no longer misdropping. What is this shit?
It was an attempt at comedy. That's what it was. They also believe in the Radiance. They believe in the Radiant 69 plus 1 stream title as well.
So true. The where is Radiant 69 plus 1 stream title? Shit my head.
Sign my petition.
Wait, what?
Alright, NY is actually playing a little bit faster now. I think they've built up just a bit of confidence off those wins. And if they could continue to like get faster, I think they could counter Lucas's sends because they're mostly clean garbage. Like it's
Yeah,
not a lot of
that's true.
cheese.
And if there's one to be clean garbage, that they're usually pretty easy to counter. Does Neo has PC here? He doesn't. But he does find a nice combo solution. However, Lucas chooses not to take the quad combo there. What?
Players now just a bit chilled. Neo with a bit of a prediction, but kind of a messy right side of the stack. And they do fix it pretty nicely. But Lucas is playing really slowly for whatever reason. I think it's I don't even know why they're doing this.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. This is pretty goofy gameplay. I think Neo might be dead here. And yeah, that's GG. What a game. Lucas, I think Lucas purposely play a little bit slower there. I feel like but who knows?
No, they definitely
Yeah.
did that on purpose, but I don't know why. Because like, what's the
Lucas is BMing. I mean, but which opener? Which opener? Right? I saw the opener. It was the LSL. The LSL. I don't know the opener name, man. There was like one opening in particular where you get the S, the L, and the S for was what to like get a T-spin triple. It's a very weird opener. I remember seeing that once. It was so funny. Oh my god.
Right, up next we have let's chicks the
Uh,
three
Snowy
matches.
versus, Arrow. Snowy versus Arrow winners.
Hiroshi vs. Erisu. Snowy, unfortunately, I think they did DQ at the start. I could be wrong. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, they DQ at the start against Neo. That's actually the reason why Neo is the first rounder actually. So Snowy is playing with a little bit of a disadvantage here, to say the least.
The good thing is this is a much closer match than the last round. It's two high U ranks, both Irisu being 24.5 and Snowy being 24.6.
So true, yeah.
See, Irisu, I'm very familiar with their playstyle. We seem to never meet in TL. However, every time we play in a tournament, somehow we match up against each other.
Goofy.
It's like multiple toss you I've been with versus
Wow.
them, and then international Tetris Showdown. Well, not international. I mean intermediate or whatever that Pixel Axe little series, which was really cool. So now that both players are in the room, we'll be asking if they want to warm up or not. Both players actually like 80 to 90 APM while also being sub 2.2.
Yeah, I mean,
having the higher APM while being faster.
I'm pretty sure both of these players just got Pierre Blanca. You know? Both of these players are players I'm scared to ever match up against in TL. Like, if I ever meet them in TL, I'm calling forfeit. They are both incredibly good players. So I'm very excited to see how this go. Alright, we'll have warm up. Snowy versus Arisu. I call Arisu Arovi, but both works.
That was their old name, yeah, but then they did switch.
True, yeah.
So true. Anyway, instant TD opener for Marisu. Snowy Ryoshi. Just a little bit, playing a little slow, but of course we already know that that's how they like to play. I don't...
Yeah.
They are waiting for...
They have playstyle gaming.
Probably waited just a bit too long on that Sen, allowing Irisu to get out of there a little bit of a slight misdrop. So that's the only bad thing about flonking is that you give the opponent a lot of time to get out of their situations if you don't have anything to send.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I've ever 1v1 any of these players. I never matched against them in TL2. I need to actually get that going. I wanna fight them.
Alright, heading off into the real game. We will see, like, probably... So, we're gonna see a TD opener from Arisu, but Snowy is gonna be a little bit of an interesting case. They're just gonna do regular TKI. I would say a bad move.
Which one is your favorite TKI opener? Which variant do you go for? I don't know if you would go
ECO.
for the. You either go for
That's my
TKI
favorite TKI opener for real.
for real, so true.
The thing is, if I miss it, then I'll probably convert it into either a quad or T-spin double.
Yeah, same. Like, whenever I miss my PCO, I usually go for like 5-4 stacking upstep.
Yeah, the 5-4
Oh,
continuation.
Snowy has a lot of garbage there. Forces Arisu to lose all their combo and sends more.
Alright, really nice, good, clean well there from the TD opener to allow Snowy to easily counter spike
Yeah,
Irisu.
that was a very nice one there.
Sorry, had to drink some water really fast. Irisu wins their second round
Yo,
really
what
fast.
the? Oh, Snowy
Snowy
waiting
definitely
here.
waiting here.
Wait,
Or
are they
maybe they're
waiting?
just straight up gone.
That
Uh-oh. That might not be
okay.
very good.
Yeah. I got a feeling they were gone. You know, just a sneaky suspicion.
Also getting some nice liquid hydration.
Liquid hydration is pog. Make sure to liquidate, okay, guys?
Much better than solid hydration, probably.
I mean, I haven't tried solid hydration, so maybe you can tell me how it is. I've never tried yet.
You haven't sat at a restaurant and eat like all the ice cubes out of that drink.
Okay, to be fair, I do that quite a lot. If like I run out of water, and then it be I will just like, dude, I hate it when like restaurant like brings my water and then like doesn't bring my food for like 30 minutes. And I'm just there. I already finished my water. Like, what am I supposed to do now? That happens
Eat
so
glass.
often.
Start eating
Yeah,
the glass.
I will like start drinking the fucking cube. Like just wait for the ice cream to melt and drink the fucking water. That's what I had to do.
Anyway, while we were a little bit of tangenting about ice, Irisu found themselves their fourth point with a fairly nice, interesting. I was watching. They were close to the top of the board for most of that round, so they found that down stack. And
You
now
know-
they're getting a really nice, clean stack right there. They could convert it, but Snow Yoshi finds a really nice down stack right there. Now Snowy has the back-to-back chain, but they're gonna have to break it here because of that
Ooh.
unfortunate little board.
Yeah. Bosa has pretty cheese up ball right now actually. You know, I was
Yeah.
the other day I was talking to Wessel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I showed him like my 1 APP match, and he told me that I could have been better, and that's it.
Alright. Snowy taking their second point with that very nice little mini LST there. And now Irisu once again using their TD opener, no PC there, so Snowy definitely has an advantage now with that clean garbage wall and back-to-back chain.
Snowy Disney Vision is like really solid. I think them go for multiple SDSD already. Like out of the two players, Snowy is definitely the more efficient as well.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Arisu is more versatile. Like he
Alright.
is more like he is more likely to change his playstyle, you know?
Yeah, adaptability.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely like the two like biggest difference between these two players.
Alright, Snowy's trying to do a bit of a count to 4, but they did misdrop the S
Oh.
there. Won't matter as Erisu's stuck at the
Wait.
top.
I think Elui missed his downstep there. I'm pretty sure there was a downstep, but he missed.
We've been unfortunate, yeah. Hernandez waiting for a bit to get some more garbage, but they
Oh,
misdropped
no.
the L.
Oh, that's a
That is,
huge miss drop.
yeah, it did make a miss. And it gives Snowy an advantage with the clean garbage well, plus
Yeah,
the time that
exactly.
they need to get out of it.
Oh, Arisu now having to like overstack on the garbage there. It's 4-4.
Yeah, it's a very close game. Very close game. Although, if you think about it, is it a close game because the score was close, or is it a close game because the performances were close?
I mean, if you ask me, both of these players straight bros, man. Like put that like watching them play is like playing rock paper scissors. It's basically 50-50. When I say rock paper scissors, what? Anyway.
Isu now with the back-to-back chain does have to break it, and both players keep sending pressure back and forth. Bit of a little preparation overhang there from Isu, while Snowy is now close to the bottom of the board.
Oh.
2.5 PPS, but you can see they aren't dropping any of that efficiency as they stay at 120 APM.
Yeah, like I think Snowy is going to be less plonky here.
Yeah. It's working out, but Arisu's just finding these really nice down stacks to stay alive.
I mean, like that's the thing. Like the APM isn't like something that Arisu is not used to. You know, he can survive
Yeah,
much
definitely.
more. He can survive much more than just 120.
Yeah, I can survive 300 until the beast falls.
So true. Listen, I need to
Anyways.
I need to 1v1 wrestle someday.
I'm sure that'll go well.
I believe. I mean, look, I've 1v1 Hugh before, okay, and also Zen.
Real.
Rio. Actually, no, I should set it 1v1 against CZ. I think that'd be really funny.
Getting all the way up there. Because the game is definitely slowing down a little bit. Alright, you could see their Snowy really slowed down once they started to lose the advantage. That's the one thing though, is that having the advantage makes it so much easier to go fast, but once you lose the advantage, it's like, what do I do now? And then you can get stuck, and then...
Someone just gifted me a game.
Wait, what?
Someone just gifted me a game on Steam. That's pretty bonkers.
So fun.
Bro, there's no way. Alright, fine. I guess, hold on. I need to.
Well, that's happening. I will continue to show off the game as Snowy once again. 120 APM. It's ridiculous. Arisu surviving with 100 APM. Definitely playing slower here because they're just trying to stay alive, and Snowy's a bit messing up just a bit. There, you can see the stack was a bit compromised, but they did find such a beautiful solution to get out of it. As they have a back-to-back 9, but they're not going down, and there's just so many self-made cheese lines there, and it does work out, though.
What is that greed?
It worked. I mean, he got a back-to-back chain times 12. I mean, yeah, it worked out at the end. Don't worry.
Yeah, that was actually very impressive show from Snowy. As I said, Snowy is very, very efficient when it comes to like the T-spin vision. And I feel like that was a really good example of their T-spin vision. Granted, was also like very cheesy on their own board.
Well, learning to downstack while preserving the back-to-back chain is definitely a very important skill, but it's really hard. But even the pros don't recommend trying to back-to-back chain through cheese. They just want to get through it and get back to their clean.
Like, that's the thing, like, if you try to keep back-to-back, like, with, try to keep back-to-back also downstacking, you might risk sending your opponent too much garbage. and that might just backfire immediately, you know. You will also you will also go down slower since you will have to since you want to keep the back to back.
It requires
Like,
a bit more thought.
Snow is playing so greedy here actually, and it's actually working out really well.
Yeah, I think they figured it out. Where if they both. So the thing is they don't want to plonk anymore because Edisu, I think, is just a little bit better at it.
Yeah. Arisu, I think I agree. I think Arisu has slightly better plonking ability, but they instead use their T-Spin vision to their advantage, since it's quite obvious Snowy has the better T-Spin vision here.
Absolutely, you can see it through their preservation of their back-to-back chains. No matter how greedy they are, they still have those really good setups, and they did miss a cut copy there, but I believe that was on purpose.
I mean, you can't really go for everything, can you?
What do you mean you aren't going for the TST Tower C-Spin King Crimson every single match?
I don't think I've ever done a King Crimson. How does that look like again? Hold on, I need to look up what the fuck does King Crimson look like? I forgot.
So the King Crimson is a STSD on top of a T-Spin triple.
Oh yeah, this one. I think I seen it once, but I couldn't execute it because I died. Most likely that's what happened. I can't say for sure. Man, I love being stuff. Dude, you guys should definitely apply to be a commentator for real because stuff chat is like the funniest chat you will ever see. Trust. Snowy that misdrop there.
Or was it a misdrop? Or was it a fun such a... I'm sorry, every single time I see Fancy T's have been set up, I just read it in that voice. For just
Why
no
is that
reason other
voice
than because again. I don't know why.
Oh my god, that is some goofy.
Right. Aries is just a bit struggling on what to do there. I think they were looking for more of how can I get back to back through this, but didn't end up working out.
Dude, Snowy scares me. Genuinely, he scares me, man. Like, what is this shit?
It's a back-to-back preservation. However, that eyepiece is very unfortunate. You need to go down. Snowy just does not want to go down, and it's gonna cost them.
Oh yeah, exactly right there. Too much greed.
Anyway, we see Snowy once again, just slight back-to-back preservation. Hopefully they don't get extremely greedy with it and actually, go down.
Okay, they're definitely going down here, yeah. But even then, yeah, there is some weird downstep.
Alright, well they meet at 8-8 as well, considering they've met at every other point so far past 4. Alright, Snowy doing a little bit of just a TKI in the upstacking, while Arisu is also went with a bit of a, once again, why is English so hard? Screw it, I give up. I give up. I'm not even gonna say it, and there we go, 8-8.
8-8, bro. Imagine if this guy F27 plus 2, the game will go on for like 50 matches. Trust. These two players are some of the most these players are some of the most evenly matched players I've ever seen, I swear to god.
Right. And Isu going extremely slowly. I think they're kind of figuring it out, sort of. They want to try. What I would recommend Isu doing is trying to knock Snowy out of their back-to-back chain, or at least pressuring them to the point where they have to go out, since they
Oh.
usually choose not to. But in Snowy's case, I would try to
Right.
focus on getting down.
Here's the thing, okay? If you die, they can't back to back. It's a big brain
That
strategy.
is so real. So just give up, I guess. If your opponent gets a back-to-back chain times 2, just immediately forfeit like the whole game. Not even the round, just the whole game.
So true, yeah. If you forfeit, they can't back to back, exactly.
Alright, well, we see the meet-up at 9. There's a very good chance as Snowy just has a lot of cheese on the board, but they're getting into their clean very soon. Adisu's gonna have to send pressure right now.
Oh yeah, and Arisu is doing it slowly. They're keeping very low on the board though. They are not upstacking at all.
Yeah, they were just trying to send pressure as quick as possible, but they're forced to break the back-to-back chain, and now Snowy has a bit of an advantage here, as they could build their own, and we already know they just are so good at it. But they
No,
seem to be...
No. Oh, that means drop. Oh. Wait, that means drop. Okay, no, that means drop was not a means drop. That was on purpose, 100%.
So true. Alright, now
Yeah,
both players having a slight back-to-back chain, but that was not on purpose, for real. That's gonna be... That might be the game right there. It is.
9-9.
They meet at
Man.
9.
We should
Too
have
bad they can't
everything.
meet at 11s. No,
Well,
do
yes,
not
man.
recommend. No, +2. TWC flashbacks of the 17 to 15 game, for real. We need that.
+2. If it was +2, I won't be surprised if it goes like that.
Alright.
But it's not +2.
Arisu
Instead,
first.
we have 3 point for Arisu.
Arisu first to 10, but Snowy beat him at 10. Or will they actually end it off with the forbidden number?
Are we gonna see tiebreaker or are we gonna see the game? Oh, Snowy has not
Oh, that's it, that's it.
That might
Wait,
be
no,
it.
never mind.
Wait.
No. Oh, that is it.
No! One piece away from the getting the eyepiece. Damn,
One piece
what
away
a
from the down stack, that stings. But they did not meet at 10s. But they met at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
man, every number, let's be real here.
Alright, let's see who's up now. We got M85 versus Lucas.
I go with
This is
M8.
between-
This is gonna be very interesting here.
Opener main versus also an opener main. Well, actually not anymore. They've really moved on to like more of the mid game, and then it's pretty good.
I mean, M8 is a very, very, very interesting player.
So the
This gonna be an interesting matchup from both sides actually. I feel like but yeah, both sides are pretty evenly matched. I think based on stats, even they are the same, right? No, not really. What am I on about? It's like 100 TR difference. What am I on about? Well, I feel I'm insane.
It's fine. Neither player wants the warm up. So we'll just jump right into the match. So this will either be a really fast game or a really slow game. It depends, because if it all comes down to like how many rounds are gonna be won with just the opener phase.
That is true, yeah. Okay. Both sides. This gonna be one of the match of our time here. Are we gonna see? Yeah, okay, this is not warm up, right? Okay, yeah, it's not warm up.
Yeah, just straight into the round. You can see both players playing at about the same speed. Um, Nate just a little bit faster with 2.5. I mean, Lucas is a bit faster with 2.5, but Nate has definitely the more of the APM, and their back-to-back A is going to
I
take
mean,
out the first round.
yeah, like Ambit also has more efficiency. Especially since they have played in like all play style. They are once the opponent means they are also I don't think they have played Infinity DS. I'm not sure actually.
Who are you talking about here? Because I've already, like, forgot.
Ambit. I think I don't know if Ambit has played Infinity DS play style. They have played Bronk, they have played Stride, they have played Opponent too. I don't
Yeah,
know about Infinity DS though.
they're opener stride for sure.
Yeah, but they become very efficient at one point, having one of the highest APP just for fun.
Uh, am I getting a little, like, having a hard time trying to get that, uh, what is it called? King Imperial Cross. Took me about 7 seconds. Okay, if you knew, you could have said something.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty funny. Alright. I'm all in for the funny.
Listening to me struggle in English, man. All right, Lucas finding a really nice little, both back-to-back and downstack spike at the same time, and they're gonna take their first point, 1-2. All right. Oh, really nice. Little preservation of the back-to-back chain, and they're gonna have a over 1 APP round there, and taking their third point as well.
Because both sides go for the same solution. Is that same bot state? Well, not anymore.
You can see Lucas is trying his best to knock Inmate out of it, but it's not
Oh,
working. They're
Ambit
so greedy for
actually.
the back-to-back chain.
Yeah, Ambit was really
And
greedy for the back-to-back there. Yeah, it worked out.
yeah, Lucas with a bit of unfortunate misdrops there towards the end, and it's gonna cost them the round. Oh, messing up TKI there. A bit unfortunate because we already know that M8 is very good at their LST.
Oh, the PC there. No second for Ambit, but they do keep their back-to-back, and that's arguably important.
Yeah,
Oh, look at Ambit. Look at the greed.
I mean, it is working out. Don't see them in
Yeah.
too much danger, but this is so
Ooh.
risky.
The
But they're gonna
don't
have
know
to break it
that.
now.
Yeah, wait, they went for a different. They could have just get the eyepiece early, actually. Oh,
Meat still above 1 attack per piece with their brilliant back-to-back chaining. Lucas is doing their absolute best to survive, and they're doing it so well. They keep forcing Mate out of it, but that was a kind of a bad teaspoon mini take there, but I mean, single. But they will live for just a little bit longer, and M85 unfortunately losing the 1 attack per piece with their very last drop.
Lucas gets a PC. Ambit gets one line. L skill issue. Get better.
The one line of garbage gotta be the most disappointing thing if you're a Blitzman. But now Luke, M85 with the triple fractal, so extremely greedy, but it somehow does pay off, and I think they're gonna win the. Yeah, they won the round off that too, which is really
Wow.
impressive.
There's no way BM! There's no way BM! Bro! Bro, the upside down! The upside down Among Us! Oh my god, the BM is real. I have successfully talked Amy into playing with Infinity S. Let's go. Bro is just that silent. Goofy stuff. Oh my god, that's a huge spike from Lucas there. And mate, let me wait, what am I on about? Oh my god. Lucas starts an upstack here. I mean, Lucas not really upstacking as much, and Emmett also not really putting in any effort to stride at all. There's a nice downstack here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a lot of garbage. Does Emmett has a down? Oh, I think Emmett did. I think if he managed to get the O piece. The O, oh wait no, but the J. It's so hard to beat. Both sides going for the same opener
You can
here.
just not clear a single line. Alright, Lucas getting a very unfortunate there with the SP's placement, blocking up their garbage well. I guess 1 in 5, which sucks.
So true. What opener is Emmett using?
I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know.
I'm asking him. Bro has a Trinity setup here. Calling out his opener to show his Trinity.
So
That's
it's just
really
it's
one of the best way to distract your opponent. After
surely
they do
gotta be the T-Sprint setup of all time.
so true. I love whenever I do Trinity, realizing I already used my 2 TPs to create the Trinity.
The triple T-Spin setup after I waste all 4 of my T-pieces.
So true. Wasting 4 TPs, that's not possible, right? Yeah, you can only have 3 at one point. Oh my god, Bo's with the Among Us again. There's no way. His Among Us has no eye.
Mine is more realer for real, but now the double Among Us, what is happening? Someone please explain, does this normally happen during Radiant? I'm never awake, bro.
Dude, this is actually the first time it happened. I'm not even gonna lie. What the fuck is happening? Both sides is creating Among Us. I think Lucas take the win here.
Among
Lucas
Us.
has the better Among Us.
Mugs. Alright, both players very close to the top of the board, but unfortunately, Lucas is pressured and comes out first. Ooh, that was a very intense round, guys. Hopefully we'll see more exciting rounds like that one. Really intense and put me on the edge of my seat.
Nah, no way. No way.
Oh, we're not. We're doing this again. We're doing
We're not
this again.
done. Yeah, the pressure is real, man.
Again.
The pressure is real.
Oh wait, no, we're not. We're not. You can
Wait.
see, Embiid is at 9 points and Lucas is at 5 points. So we,
Wait, don't
we
tell
already know
me.
what's
Don't
probably
tell
coming
me.
up.
Funny number. Funny 69. We love Funny 69. Oh my god. I think both right now are gonna play the game properly, I think. Which would definitely make sense because I think the entire purpose of that was to see the Funny 69. Which I approve.
I'm pretty sure they are friends with each other. I considering they were teammates before in a map in a. I think it's
I think contest of that.
Alright, stronger
Oh,
opener wins. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Stronger
Sorry,
opener wins.
MB got that one line to cancel Lucas PC. Not that it matters because MB actually stopped opener very quickly after that second PC. I need contest on the.
Absolutely, both players showing off exactly why they are both the same playstyle.
Yeah, truly one of the game of all time.
Yeah,
I wonder.
zero pass through for real.
So true. I wanna like I wanna host a 2v2 that tournament someday, man. You wanna host a 2v2 Tetris tournament with me?
Wait, what? I didn't hear you. I'm deaf. I'm stupid.
Oh my god, I'm deaf too. Yeah, I wanna host a 2v2 Tetris tournament. I think that would be pretty fun.
That would be interesting. Sort of like over under.
I guess, yeah,
2v2 tournaments could be fun. Like,
Yeah,
I've been in I guess a three, so Infinite Finesse Trios, that one. I remember I think I beat Willie in it, Willie J
Wow.
in it, and then we ended up getting 4th, which was so sad.
wow, so cool. But yeah, you know what, I wanna host a 2v2 Tetris tournament. I recall when I talked with Purple the other day, she told me how she single people host where it's like the top seed of like the two team, like the top versus the top and the bottom versus the bottom kind of situation, which I think is pretty interesting. Oh no, maybe I will talk with Flower. I'll maybe talk with Flower, see if we can host a Radiant tournament someday.
You
Wait,
can
that's
host already?
Wait, did I say purple? I'm not Flower, not purple. No, I didn't mean purple, I'm not Flower. Just ignore what I said about you being Pavi. I thought with Flower, but I'm not purple. Okay? Trust. I'm fucking stupid. Well, you guys are the same. Dude, no. Dude, I didn't mix you guys up, okay? That's my brain confusing on...
I've mixed up Flower and Azura before, so...
Okay, I know. I definitely didn't miss you guys up. 100%. Definitely did not. Shush. Shush. You heard nothing. You heard nothing.
Anyway,
Who is the other person? What do you mean? Who is the other person?
fighting this owners.
Any explanation?
Alright, well, we're definitely getting ready to go into the game. Koro versus Erisu. Where is Koro's rank? I don't remember. Yeah, so 24.9 versus 24.5, which is only a 400 tier difference, which would be nothing if you were in A rank, but we're not in A rank, we're in U, so it's a very big difference.
That is true, yeah. Like, I miss the days where we just win one game at like 300 TL. Those were the simpler times, you know?
Yeah, simpler times.
Back when like, you didn't know how the game works. I remember when I was in A rank, I got called a Smurf.
I don't
You
remember that or anything at all. So
like
don't
that
worry.
happened. No, I'm like that happened to me, right? So I got called a Smurf when I
Probably.
was in A rank, but I didn't understand what Smurf meant. I actually had to ask my friend. Like I asked them, what does Smurfing mean? And they told me, and I was like, I'm not that good. What the fuck?
It's the movie character, so you're blue, dabu dee dabu da.
So true.
I got called a Smurf in S minus. This was before somehow apparently doing PCO into 2 whiting was just too big of an advantage.
This going to do right?
Yeah, so it used to be like that.
Wow,
Alright.
that's actually really funny. That is actually really
Anyway,
funny. Especially since it's too wide. I mean, like back then, too wide is pretty good. Like you can get really high APM with too wide, you know.
but only if you know what you're doing with it.
So true. I remember I saw a video of someone posting where it's like too wide versus 4 wide, right? And then the comments are like that guy who did too wide fucking sucks. That was like the entire comment.
Wow. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alright, anyway. Back into the match. Hadisu is going slightly faster than Goro, but Goro definitely has the huge efficiency advantage.
I mean, yeah, there is a bit of an unfair match, obviously, but both sides are still, both sides are still pretty good at the game. Let's be real here. They are both better
Sides are
than me, at least.
game players. Alright, Goro waiting there, getting to like TEC garbage spawning, with it all being in the same well for some reason, and they will win the round off that.
4-0. Pretty standard gameplay so far. You know, I need to get a name change.
So true. TSTC spin from Goro there. Edisu, though, it's very easy to live because you do need 3 T pieces, but the misdrops from Edisu and the slight miss down stack there, it's gonna cost them the round.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
This is truly
th-
one of the game of all time.
I think the only problem with Edisu here is that the fact that they are just playing at such a big mental disadvantage as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they
the
do
thing.
have just a straight up disadvantage entirely, but
Disadvantage is one thing, but I also don't really have like, at least based on what I've seen, you know, like it's like I think people know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it though. I feel bad if I say it. The Arisu did say earlier they are sleepy, which is also a big factor. The last time I checked, if you're sleepy, you play worse.
true. Public service announcement to trio players: fix your sleep schedules, please. It's not my fault if I queue against you and it's like 2 a.m. for you and you say you're tired.
How to fit sleep schedule. we love the ability for every hash and stuff to somehow have terrible sleep schedule.
Alright. Koro caught off guard there by that opener, and Edisu gets their point.
A petition
Game.
for every single match to contain 69 at least once.
No, no petition. Alright, now Koro. Very clean well for their SDPC down stack there. But it is not nearly enough to top out Edisu, and now Edisu gonna be able to downstack slightly there. But the Koro just that very clean well, and it's a little dangerous for Edisu. But they will live for a little bit longer. Now they gotta go down just a touch.
Yeah. You gotta do the
Koro.
go down.
Go down! And they
Go
did go down, but
down.
Koro was
Honestly,
not ready for it.
I'm not gonna lie, I might get off soon. I'm sleepy. I'm actually like really tired today. And then I saw like flower is like streaming like commentating not commentating, I mean like I saw a radio all that. I was like, you know, fuck it, why not? But I said commentate after I go sleep, you know?
They just hopped in as like just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's been an hour. Definitely not as long as I wish I could stay, but I'm damn sleepy.
Mm-mm. Living
At
in
least
the
it's
improper time zone, I see, where it's actually
so
nighttime.
true. And yet we were talking just now about how that player has no sleep schedule, and here I am sleeping at a proper time. Goofy.
For real, for real. It must not be a Tetrio player, probably a Jaster's main.
Man, I don't. Jester's UI is so weird for me. I don't know why, but Jester's UI it feels very unfinished.
It's minimal. That's its design.
Yeah, it's minimal. I'm just not a big fan of it, to say the least.
That's fun.
Yeah, like if I like I think I would prefer actually yes.
Alright, Koro once again doing their little T-spin.
21 spike from Kogo. At least so a little bit unlucky with the eyepiece working well there, but it covers well.
But-
Well.
Koro did misdrop, and now Edisu's got two very clean garbage wells coming out. Fortunately, did their T-spin mini, they're just too late there for it to count as a sync. Continue back.
Sob.
Alright, Edisu, I believe, misdropped. I hate.
Kogo.
They wanted to go for waste two T's. So now Koro's in a very unfortunate spot here. Edisu could easily win because of the double waste T.
Yeah, that's just how it works, 100%. That's the process.
It's just a little bit of unfortunate stacking, more of a kind of a forced waste T situation. And now Edisu's got a very clean garbage well as they continue to build up their own back-to-back chain. While Koro
Yeah,
has
exactly.
a little bit of D.
Bro, my fucking SSD is shit, man. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening right now. What is
No way to
happening?
get that J into that hole for Edisu, but
Why?
the
It's
downside
not
climb
working.
will be okay.
Man. I like it when I complain about stuff not working. Okay. I should stop getting distracted. I'm getting sleepy though. Oh no.
Should go eat for real. Go eat for real.
Already eat? What do you mean? I ate burger.
I said sleep. I said sleep, not eat.
You said eat.
No.
You 100% said eat. Don't even try to hide it.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Trust. See?
Hello, Purple. Hello, thanks for Purple backing me up for real. I did that.
What the fuck? Show the chat.
Zach.
Read the chat. Read the chat.
Technically. No.
No.
No, you
Don't
should not
throw.
throw for
Throwing
at
is
all. You should not throw for any reason.
Throwing is bad. Throwing is actually like bad. Do not throw. For real.
Really
actually.
smart to say that in the chat room with two Tetrio global
So-
moderators at the same time. Wow, that takes some risk right there. But yeah, you should not throw. It's against the rules, so don't do that. Thank you.
Exactly, yeah. Do not throw. And if you want to throw, at least hide it. You know?
No, don't do that either.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
Pretty
I'm not
please.
I'm not a hash and stuff. I'm just some
Pretty
random guy
please.
there. I'm pretty sure throwing is in the rules. I'm pretty sure it is stated clearly in the rules that throwing is bannable.
It is actually both in Hummingbird Nest and in Tetrio that throwing is bannable, but the triple fractal right there from Koro, but no place to put the nest, and that was a really unfortunate spot.
Yeah.
I said Isu just opener loops right there with, I think it's like 181 APM.
Gaming.
Right now, Koro doing their C-spin opener. But Isu does their good. Oh, bit of lag there. That was a little interesting.
Go mention that beautiful that Arisus has the chances just to be fine. Oh, wait, what happened to Kogo's TPs there? Oh no,
Just got top of the board finessed, and here we are again.
very interesting. We got the 69, funny 69.
Koro, I think, a bit tired of being opener looped by Edisu. Now they're just,
Yeah,
I think, full offense. They figured out that I don't think the plonk was working out for them. They eventually just had to give up. So now they're just going into full offense mode.
yeah, seems like so.
Oh, but they misdropped, and yeah, that'll be the round.
Funny.
10 to 7. 10 to 7. Erisu does actually have a chance to win here if there's only 4 rounds separating Koro from Erisu, which is why you shouldn't be like messing around, because there's only 4 rounds that could be the difference, and all it takes is a couple misdrops.
Yeah, that is indeed very true. Remember, do not throw.
You can see Erisu's just see it's now it's really close, 10 to 8.
10 to 8. This will be a
That's
very
why-
this will be huge comeback if it happens.
That will be a huge upset if Erisu pulls it off. But
Oh, the double PC.
the 2 line.
I think the 2
Oh,
line.
Erisu
Oh,
is still alive.
has a downstairs here. Should still be
Yeah,
fine. It has a double line
double
also.
IPs just barely in time, and they're sending a bit of pressure to Koro right there, but it's not going to be enough. And now Erisu's in a bit of a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
But the downstacks, Erisu's downstacks are going crazy right now. And now Koro is a bit of a jagged board there, and that's going to leave him a bit lacking in the pressure side as Erisu, misdrops the IPs.
Oh, that is so
Ooh.
lucky. Damn.
They did
Alright.
almost bring it back.
I
So
shall.
this is why when you're up
It's a
7
PN
to
now.
2,
That was a nice
this is why
match.
when
That was
you're
a
up
very
7 to
good
2,
match.
just finish it off.
Yeah. Alright. I shall head off now. Have fun commentating solo. Don't die.
No, I'll bring. Don't worry, I've got a backup.
Alright.
Probably.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Alright. Erisu almost brought that one back. Being down 6 to 2, I think it was. All the way to 11-8. Just a bit of an unfortunate misdrop there towards the end, which will cost them the round. But that was a really incredible performance. Yes, you can go sleep now. Good night. Alright. Now we have Neko versus Epidesu as we do winners. Yeah, this is winners finals. Both players high X, I think. they're a number 1 and 2 seed. I could be wrong. Please don't fact check me. I haven't exactly stared at the bracket for like 4 hours. Which is how long it takes me to memorize anything. Alright, 5 PPS TKI there. Into the T-Spin Triple Tower from Nico. A bit of a back-to-back preservation. However, it is a little greedy as Epidesu is playing a lot slower as they want to just... They're more of a plonk. They're definitely a plonker for sure. They want to hold on to just whatever they can to live. Now that they've survived the real opener burst, Neko just keeps misdropping so many pieces, and now Epi has a good chance to take it back, but they will not be able to in time. But with that back-to-back chain, they have potential once again, and now Neko just keeps misdropping. Is Neko or Nico? I don't know. Alright. Now, Epi with a bit of a... That was a very interesting little J-spin from Epi there. Neko just... Once again, they just really enjoy going fast versus Epi going slow. But they're definitely very good at pushing that offense. Alright, 22 little spike there from Neko. Epi does survive it very easily, but it's a bit of cheese right before that clean, but now that they're in the clean, they did spike Neko. It's going too fast, they can't come in, please. I'm on the U-ring, stop going so fast. Alright, Epidesu going 1.5 PPS. Thank you for heeding my call. Honestly. I'm sorry, I know I should be doing better, but it's early. It's still so early. Alright, Epi finding a very nice little spike there. Gonna force Neko out of their back-to-back 8, which will cost them their 3rd point. I think the defensive angle is definitely working so well. Neko just needs to adapt just a little bit, and they will do F-spin there. But 4 PPS, just really nice back-to-back stacking, and that'll be a very quick round with very high pressure from Neko. Immediate misdrop of the TKI there, which is just a little unfortunate, but it does go into a TST. Very nice little C-spin find there from that misdrop. Well, Epi once again just playing a little bit slow, because they already know Nico's just going to send a lot of clean, and they do. They keep sending just the clean, and Epi definitely wants that. Yeah, 3 PPS versus 2.4. Almost the same APM, just a little bit less on Epi side, which is what happens when you play defense. Having a bit of a little hard time trying to find a down stack there, but they do eventually get down. But they really want to keep building up their back-to-back chain, but unfortunately Epi just sends the garbage at just the right time to prevent them from getting there, and that S-piece misdrop is going to be the round there, as there's no way to get out of that. Alright, once again, 4 PPS opener burst from Neko. I can't say the Dang name, I'm so bad with names, I'm sorry. If I mispronounce your name, it's not on purpose, I just am not good at this names thing. Anyway, Nico just holding on to the speed, and Epi being forced to play a little bit faster due to all of the pressure from the start, but they could probably slow down just a little bit and be okay. And they just back-to-back 5 with an unfortunate S-piece misdrop that'll get rid of the back-to-back chain as I, once again, have the power of over even X-rank players back-to-back chains. I hold the definitive power. Now Neko at the bottom of the board, they're gonna start upstacking here, building their own back-to-back chain, and they will top out Epi with it, very quickly taking their second point of the game. Once again, you see those really quick opener bursts. Wants to get the float there, but had to wait just a bit, giving Epi the time to stack down, but it's not going to be enough. So I think the plan, Nico is very good at the start, like just super instant 4 BPS, back-to-back chaining. So Epi definitely wants to live the start, and that'll be a lot easier this time with those unfortunate misdrops. But it does convert so well into a STSD, but there's still even more misdrops after that, and Epi knows just waiting for the garbage to be sent, and then they're going to easily take their 5th point. Yeah, you definitely don't want to continue to keep sending clean and be greedy, especially if you have a misdrop like that, because you could Plonkers will definitely be able to tell you've messed up a little bit. But now, SDPC, it's going to put Epi in a tight spot. However, they will live, and now Neko's board is just chaos at this point. But they get out of it. I know that they're just so used to misdropping like that. They get out of it just so cleanly and so well. It's kind of an art form how they get themselves in and out of these bad positions. But Epi, though, definitely isn't like Neko Faru. Neko, they definitely just want to maintain that clean board, and you see them do it so well, but that was a little bit of unfortunate top of the board stacking, and Neko will take their 4th point, getting close to tying it back up again. Once again, just Neko going a little bit too fast, but Epi, though, struggling to start building any kind of back-to-back chain or pressure. You see a little bit of lag there affecting Epi's side, and Neko, though, finding a little bit of a downstack there, gonna send a bit of cheese, but Epi cancels it all anyway, so it's not a huge deal for them. Neko once again building up their back-to-back chain, but Epi finds a beautiful downstack there, and they will take the 10th point of the set. Will we see the legendary @Cadigan score? Remember to spam the chat. I'm kidding. Maybe not. Or am I? Neko, though, definitely that opener burst. You could see it, 4 PPS, they're just, the 6-3 is just so good. But they will be forced to break back-to-back chain here. And yeah. Now Epi there at the, Epi on the bottom of the board. While they do enjoy being down there, unfortunately their defensive playstyle means they can't send that much pressure from the bottom. They're gonna have to build up a back-to-back chain first, and they can't really do that against Neko's 3 PPS gameplay. And now Neko with the 7 back-to-back chain. Epi is gonna have no way out there, and it's gonna be 5-6. Neko keeping it close, but hasn't been able to secure a lead yet. Great, that opener burst, but Epi with a very nice weight there. 26 spike. Will it be? It won't be enough, and those misdrops might be fatal, but never mind. Neko once again misdropping, but now they're in that. Now they're in once again that offensive state, and they're very good at holding on to that. So Epi is gonna need to find a way to knock him out of it very quickly before they get this back-to-back chain running. Oh, they're Neko getting extremely greedy to hang on to that back-to-back chain. They will be forced to break it there. Now Epi at a bit of an advantage here because Neko does not have their back-to-back chain that they are very good at taking their wins with. Though they do have a lot of clean now on the bottom of their board thanks to that little down stack from Epi there, but Epi beginning back-to-back chain and Neko also beginning back-to-back chains. Epi forced out first, now Neko has a huge advantage. And they will run with it, and they'll tie it back up at 6s. Will we see Neko being able to get their first lead this set at 7? More modern art from Neko there, showing us how many different ways they can misdrop, unfortunately. Epi easily realizing that, and almost one attack per piece. Not letting Neko have their first lead. Alright, Neko into the TST opener. Gets that very clean 9-0 well. So they're going to be able to continue back-to-back easily from there. But that was really risky. Epi almost knocking him out. But they will find the down stack in time. Just barely too. Alright, now Epi there, you see him at the top, but very knowledgeable on how to stay alive. Has to speed up a lot. Playing about 0.3 faster than what we've seen at about 2.2. We do find them in a 9-0, but that S-piece could be a little rough. As Neko wants to take it right now. Won't be able to, as once again, Epi's so good at forcing Neko out of those back-to-backs. But once again, we find Epi. What's up with the S pieces? Poor Epi with the S piece just all over the place. Alright, Epi, clean garbage well here. Neko though back-to-back 12, 13, and ooh, that is not livable. Once again, tied up at 7. Neko has a very good chance here to take their lead. Back-to-back 8. Epi needs to find a way down now. Oh, just barely in time, but Neko continuing the pressure, and that's their first lead of the set, 8-7. Though still an incredibly close match from both players, it could go either way. Neko though finding the Fonzie PC, but no PC afterward. I mean, well, they got the PC afterward, but no PC after that. Now Epi is gonna be at a really good spot with that clean garbage well, and Neko continues to misdrop. Not able to find a way out. Just barely not being able to get the piece over in time. 8-8. Neko able to kick the J in there for a really good T-spin setup, and they will. That is going to be the round, yeah. Epi caught a little bit greedy there with the fractal. They wanted to go, well, not a fractal. I mean the TSD English man. Why am I not so? Why am I having a hard time right now with English? All right, Epi with a very nice downside climb, but that J is a little rough. Cutting off there, well, for just a little bit. Neko, though, not sending pressure at just that time. And they're Neko at the top, but it's the wells are just so clean that it's so easy to get down, but that's TPs. TPs from Neko there. Still, though, they're showing off how just good they are at fixing all of these unfortunate boards they find themselves in. Beautiful fancy T-spin setup. Gonna show off all that they the 7,000 different ways that I can make a T-spin setup from whatever it looks like chaos. It is a neutral here, neither player having a real advantage over the other. Epi at the bottom, so alright, Neko building back-to-back chain. Epi's gonna need to find a way to break it soon. Waiting patiently there, and never mind. I thought they were waiting there. They just straight up did. Never mind. Okay. Disconnection error. Oh, technical difficulties. Be patient. Right. Epi has returned. We're just gonna wait to see just a little bit of back end setup as Epi just recollects the internet by throwing the box to the floor and stamping on it. Alright. It will be 10-8. Epi wanting Nico to take the point there. I believe they figured out that maybe they weren't in the best spot, but I don't know. It didn't really look too bad for them in my eyes, but I guess they didn't receive the garbage in the situation. So it will be a first to 3. Real. So we should put that in the bracket as like 3-0 if that's what it ends up being for real. It would be funny. Alright. Both players are ready to start. We will be going 10-8, so that means Epi will top out twice. So too little for not much to speak on just at this moment. Yo, the Among Us. The Among Us was so strong. This is what happens in High X for real. Every time you build Among Us, you'll just get 2 points for free. Don't take that seriously. Alright, Nicker showing off their 5 PPS F-spin opener, and now it will be 10-8 no matter what the score says. Let the game begin. Alright, once again, F spin. Really fast for Neko. Epi with an unfortunate misdrop, and well, that's it. Okay, 11-8. Unfortunate disconnect, I believe, from Epi. Killed all their momentum. So we will be moving into losers finals now, losers semis. Epi will be moving into losers finals, is what I meant to say. Where we have Koro versus M8. I believe Epi was doing so well, but that unfortunate disconnect most likely just killed all their momentum because it was a real back and forth battle there. That was a really fun battle to watch. We got offense versus defense. I love how on my screen it's trying to show my keybinds, but it also has showing my controller keybind. So it's like axis 0 negative, axis 0 positive, axis 1 positive. That's my favorite button. Alright, no warm-up from either player, so we'll just be jumping right into it. Well, jumping right into it once they're ready, of course, which they are. Which has been asked. We have opener versus offense main, so it'll be a very hectic battle. Alright, both players are ready. Alright, Koro isn't ready, so they will be disqualified forever. I'm kidding. Alright, instant SDPC bag, so we'll see, instantly do that. Koro doing their little T-spin triple opener, but that's not gonna work against a very high offense opener like that. So they will be able to do it again. Well, actually no, because I believe M8 knows a lot of different openers, and it's not just SDPC. Alright, now both players into stride offense. So garbage is being flung around left and right. M8 near the top, but really clean well there. They can build to float. Oh, misdrops the eye. Couldn't get the misdrops the second eye and just gives up. I agree. That is so rough. The same spot twice. That I feel that deep in my soul. Alright, LST from M8, but the downstack from Koro is met with the downstack from M8 of his own. Another downstack from M8. Almost one attack per piece. But Koro does survive, and now. But no TPs in sight with that T-spin setup, and it's going to be a little rough for them now. And M8 will take the second point. Alright, Koro in chat saying, okay, I actually try for real. They're going to still mess up. Alright, MA doing a little bit of another PC opener. Does get DPC, so it loops immediately back into SDPC extended. That's a little risky. But will it pay off? That's the question. It does pay off. But it isn't enough to kill, and Koro will easily counterspike that back. 2-2. Alright, MA getting so lucky with that garbage well for... Oh, but they wasted their L right when they needed it most, but they're still gonna get. It's still such a clean LST, and that prediction is gonna 16 spike. English, hooray! If he did it, I can't speak English. This is why I commentate toss instead. Alright, Inmate getting SDPC. Tired. Koro just misdropping instead, but Inmate messes up DPC. Almost gets 8. Almost goes into 8th BC. Good downstack find there from Inmate though. Gonna let him live for a little bit. But now they need to set. They're building their own back-to-back chain, and Koro is just a little bit greedy for theirs. But Inmate will be forced to break there. Gonna get a bit of a downstack spike there. 21. Which I think it'll be enough if they can just send a little bit more pressure quick enough. They don't in time, and Koro will live. And I don't know if Inmate will be able to get out of that, and they will not. Really unfortunate for them to mistrap right when they needed to send just a couple more lines. Alright, PCO versus SDPC. We'll be able to counter SDPC by having PC hit soon enough. But those misdrops afterwards are going to be a little rough. But they fix barely in time, but Inmate sending another wave of spikes that Koro was not ready for. They have also met at every single point. 0, 1, 2, 3. Will we see them meet at 4? M8 slow start. Koro instant PC opener. However, does give Inmate the clean well. That they're gonna abuse a little bit, but Koro just, you let him go with the offense and you let him go and it's just all over for that. Surprisingly enough, Inmate lives the 35. Apparently my brain can't process that the round didn't end. But they do meet at 4s. Right. LST from Inmate sending a bit of pressure to Koro, but Koro has like their own little LST, but that eyepiece misdrop it's gonna just deny their pressure for a little bit. Inmate once again going right back into LST. Koro's gonna have to knock him out soon. Fractal, followed by a quad, followed by another fractal. So much pressure, but Koro stays alive. Just barely hanging on. Those beautiful downstacks. And now Koro at the bottom of their board, their turn to build back to back, and now Inmate just hanging on. It sends a lot of pressure, but not enough. But the L piece misdrop, and there's no way to get out of that without blocking your own well. Inmate once again getting ahead by 1. Will they meet at 5? Nobody knows. STPC bag here, so we'll see that from Inmate. EC opener from Koro. M8 does not choose to do extended, and that's gonna be it. They're gonna meet at 5s as well. Now onto the 6. Now onto the 6s. The 6s. Don't end it now. Don't let it end now. Alright, really clean garbage roll from M8 there. Koro just PC looping, but M8's gonna send so much it breaks the PC loop. Back-to-back 9. And that misdrop is going to be the game's decider, since M8 just has that pressure ready to send. Once again, we've seen this. It's just a pattern. It's just a pattern at this point. Although Koro instant misdrop, I don't know, that could change it. But they fixed it so beautifully with that STSD there. Gotta break the back-to-back chain from M8. That T-Spin Mini was a little bit risky there, and Inmate finds a little downstack. Doesn't send too much, but Koro responds with their own. Inmate at the top. The mate finds a 19, and they're not going to meet at 6s. They're not going to meet at 6s. The mate moves on to 7. Alright, Koro PC looping. And mate really a big fan of that as they continue to do their LST, but oh, they misheld the T right when they needed to counter the garbage, and it'll be 6-7. Could have met at 6. I mean, we're still in. If you think about it, it was just a slight break in the pattern. If they meet at 7, then we're right back into the same old, same old. They're so evenly matched up with each other, it's really just who gets back-to-back and first and holds it better. And mate can't get the T over, has to do a little bit of a break there. Not too much of the board messed up, but 6-8. I think mate is definitely so happy that the pattern's broken because they're running off with this lead now. So who knows? Oh, very quick 21 from Koro there. Not enough to top out M8, but M8 getting so greedy for those T-spins, and that will top them out. 7-8. The no in chat, no 6-9. Oh, M8 opener looping. Koro's got to break it now. Not going to be able to. Gets PC, and it's going to be the 7-9. Nah, the 7-9. So close. But it's still the game is also still so close. So, don't know exactly who can win. Koro getting a really nice PC, but it's against the D. Really unwise decision there to PC. TD opener. You usually want to use PCO to cancel, or if you know you can build second PC fast enough, send then cancel. Cause it'll give you the garbage wall, yeah, but you can use it to build a T-spin setup or whatever. Alright, M8 getting a little greedy with the LST, but it's gonna pay off, and that's gonna be it right there. 7-11. Nice. That's like the Slurpee store. That'll make M8 move on to fight Epi in losers final. They will reach the podium for sure. Because whoever loses this gets third. And whoever wins this faces Nico in winners final. I mean, not winners, in grand final. I am back now. My headphones decided they wanted to die, so that was a little unfortunate. Anyway, Epi with the back-to-back 16 versus Epi. This is a true test of showing him Epi's just incredible defense because living a 20 back-to-back chain is a little hard, although that misdrop will be... Yeah, that misdrop will be it. Alright. They may just do it in their tried and true LST. They're going to be able to build it up so well. Because Epi just has a... Because of the defensive playstyle, this is what LST favors. Because it just wants... It's so good at just continuing and continuing. And you can see that 11 back-to-back. But Epi stays alive. And now Mate is forced out of LST there. This could be Epi's chance to strike back, but it's really hard to keep sending through those constant sends of 7. It's going to become 8 really soon if it gets to back-to-back 24, but it won't because it'll end. I mean, that back-to-back maintenance was just so impressive. Alright, 1-1. Epi needs to get through Inmate's LST to win. Inmate knows that they're so good at countering opener that they're just not even trying it. Which is smart. You should, if you recognize your opponent's playstyle, you should adapt to it as best you can. Alright, Epi, huge opportunity here to win the game. They do not capitalize in time, and now it'll be back into a more of a neutral, as MA begins building back-to-back again. Although they will be forced out of it with that really nice downstack right there from Epi. Just showing off, once again, how just... all of these finds are just so good at keeping them up and in the rounds. Alright, once again in a more neutral, MA building back-to-back, once again, Epi no back-to-back chaining at all this game. But here we go, never mind. Here we thought we were going, but never mind. It was all good. Impressive downstack there from Epi, gonna let them live, they're waiting patiently to see what to do next, and they will just decide to send. Alright, Epi bottom of the board, and Mate back-to-back chain beginning once again. Though it will be broken here. Because I pointed it out. Therefore, I have power over back-to-back chains outside of opener phases. Alright, Epi beginning their own back-to-back chain. Of course. Alright, now. There we go. Alright, impressive back-to-back 9. Didn't want to point it out because I wanted to see how far it would go. Because, like, please, I don't know why this keeps happening. Mate, once again, LST, they know how well it works, how far they can go with it, but it just shows, see how, though that one T-piece might be a little unfortunate alongside that SB's drop, yeah, forced out of LST, now Epi has an advantage. And they will take their second point. Alright, will we see another set of meeting up at every single point. And made missing a T-spin tower. They could have easily built there. I'm just kidding. That would have ended in surely a disaster. No way. No way Epi would let someone pull that off. Alright, Epi with the fractal. It made a bit of an unfortunate position. Really risky T-spin there, and Epi's gonna punish that. Probably should have just slid the J into the underneath and then gotten down. Mate, LST, Epidesu, working on that survival. It's like it's like the Jester survival mode. Back-to-back 12. Pointed out the back-to-back chain, so there it goes. Bye-bye. Alright, they do not meet at every point. Epi is now running away. Alright, Epi now, just a bit of a struggle. Has to deal with 200 APM survival, and that OP's misdrop is going to be a little rough there. Can't kick the eye down. Emi just going to run with that round. So we do see a potential LST bag. So we will see that immediately. Alright, Epi just gonna plonk a little bit here, but they know they can't go for too much greedy stuff, so they're just continuing to try to send through to send enough garbage. But the garbage lines up so perfectly on column 8, but that eyepiece is a little rough. But M8 now back-to-back 14. And now Epi just extremely clean garbage. Well, it's going to force M8 out of that back-to-back chain. Surprisingly, it didn't break the first time I mentioned it. Epi had to apply a bit of pressure there. And that was a very impressive survival from Epi to live long enough for the back-to-back chain to get that high. And really good play from M8 to get it that high in the first place. Though the top of the board is a little rough. Getting caught up there because it's really hard to pressure from up there, and M8 really thrives on being able to be the one to send the pressure. So, alright, this will be M8's first attempt. Extended, sort of, squiggly asterisk. I have no idea what that was. Alright, that was actually a really impressive setup there, because it went right into LST. They could get a back-to-back 9. They're going to take the 9th point 4-5. See if we'll see that setup again. Now it'll just be STPC spin. No waiting for garbage, but it sent so fast. Epi was not ready 5-5. Yeah, that's a very rare exception. You can see it working in X is when the opponent was not ready for it. A little bit of, I think they were just expecting more of just consistent pressure, so they weren't too scared, per se, of getting spiked. Which is why you should always sort of pay attention. But M85 dying for their fractal greed there. Extremely greedy there. Alright, it made extended SDPC into Fractal. Has the T's coming up. Though another Fractal. Though it will not matter. Epi was not. They're just having. I don't know if it's them being tired or not, but they are having a little bit of a harder time surviving now against this opener. Oh, that. The PC. Epi's got Epi did snap and made out of the opener. Though now we're in a neutral where both players at the bottom. Epi building up a back-to-back chain. They are actually running with, and they did break it, of course. Cause like, why not? Not sending anything, keeps misdropping port. Epi there could have secured the set right there if they didn't misdrop twice. Breaks the T-spin setup for a bit of a combo downstack there. Unsure if that was the better thing to do. But I'm not that high level, so I have no idea. Though for my eyeball analysis, I do not think it was very good. May waiting there. Sun's a bit of a 12, but now kind of no pressure to do anything with. Though a very nice little T-spin mini there to set up a donation. Back-to-back 12 from M8. Though they will be forced to break it now, right there. They want to hang on to it so badly, but they were forced to break it anyway. And due to that, wanting to the T-spin, the STSD, but being forced out of it, they will lose 6-7. It was said a lot, which will force M8 out of the LST early. Which does put Epi in a favorable position, but there's so much cheese below the board that M8's gonna win the round there. 7-7, they're back to meeting. Once again, another really close round. Neither player wants to fall. Epi with a very interesting board there won't be able to pull it off due to M8's high pressure LST that he will be forced out of. So great. M8 4 misdrops in a row. So they will not. It will be 7-8. Epi, you see, they're always looking for that opportunity, that one chance to just send so much that the opponent isn't ready for. Master of their craft of defensive play. Alright, kind of a greedy Fractal there. Does get the tease in time. Epi not able to send fast enough, but M8's board not in a very favorable position. Though they turn it into one anyway. Super greedy STSD followed by the DT cannon, but the T is not coming up. It's fast enough, so they're gonna have to bail out of the triple. That puts them in a very bad spot, and Epi will capitalize, making it 7-9. Though you will see, though what happened in M8's last round is that it got to 8-9, but then I forgot what happened last round. I remember it got to 7-9. I don't remember what happened there. How the score went from there. So I give up on trying to remember anything. So yeah. And if you'd like to help me with my memory, that'd be great. All right, extended STPC. Well, not extended, I meant spin, but there's no... M8's gonna have to get down absolutely right now, and they will not in time. Oh, never mind. I wasn't thinking. That was a really nice 180 there to keep them alive, just barely. Epi with a few misdrops, only a few, and now one more on top of that, which is super unfortunate. They will get out of it in time, though. But not if they keep misdropping like that. 9-9. Super close game. Will we see our first top 8 tiebreaker that I've been here for? I don't know if there was one before this. But will we see the first tiebreaker that I was here for? Alright, M8, LST, Epidesu, survival gameplay. What will happen once the LSD breaks? Who knows? Alright, inmates back-to-back chain gonna be forced out of it here. Unless they continue the greed. They continue the greed, that might be a little that is a little dangerous. And the greed's gonna cost him 10 Epidesu match point. Yeah, not worth it for sure. It's a little rough. Little rough. M8, perfect guard for 12 for LSD. That's really unlucky for Epidesu. They're gonna send the quad just two T-spins early, so doesn't really do that much, like, versus Epidesu. Oh, the greed from M8. They're gonna be able to. I don't know if they're gonna be able to. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to hang on, and that's gonna be it. 9-11. Epidesu gonna return to fight Nico in Grand Finals, the rematch. The battle will be legendary. I do agree, that was pretty intense. You could see Epi was classic Epi being 400 lines sent behind, but they're so good at that defense. So strong. It's really impressive to see just how far you can go, even at a PPS or APM disadvantage. Alright. Emmy going to bed. Good night. As Epi now not able to go to bed if they wanted to. They have to fight 1 to 2 more rounds. I mean, it's one more round, but there will be a rematch. Epi, though, no need for warm-up. Neko also chooses to deny warm-up. Interesting. Alright. My computer is lagging. What the? It is lagging so bad. What is happening? Gameplay is too intense. Alright, Neko does find very quick LSTPC. Though Epi. Okay, I need to refresh. I'll be right back. Hooray, the gameplay is visible again. I am back now. It's no longer 2 FPS gameplay. Alright, Neko will take second point. Thank you for not changing the score while I was gone. Alright, TKI versus, well, Epi. We already know what they're up to. They're up to a little bit of survival gameplay. Neko, though, going a little bit slower, you can see, than versus in the winner's semi-set. You know, they don't need to worry too much about being pressured out, but... So they're misdropping a lot less, and I think it's really working out for them. This is does really work out for them. Alright, Neko doing the TST opener we saw Koro doing earlier. And they will quickly take the 4th round. I'm not sure if Epi was ready for that. Because it was a little out of unexpected. Baby, we back. Computer is now done dying, probably. And it is 7-1. You can see Neko is definitely running away with this game. 4 PPS, just casual gameplay. 21-35. Really nice back-to-back 13 spike from Neko there. For once again, Neko's just moving so fast. There's is a little unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna see who's gonna win the tournament this time. But hey, Uppy has done so well, always being at an APM and PPS disadvantage against every player, but Nico did not build that TST tower correctly, so no way for it to get under there because it wasn't, on the same level. Neko back to back 7. Epi though gonna take that's gonna be the round. There's no way out. Especially if you continue to wait, Epi's just gonna keep sending and sending. So it's actually 9-3. The comeback would be so real if it actually happened. That would be amazing. Epi just gonna prove me wrong. That'd be amazing. Be just once again hanging on more with that defense. You can see the versus APM is like 2.4, 2.5 most of the time. The Nico with the downstack spike, it's still not enough. Effie's still struggling with the S's. The S's of Effie is just a classic. It's like how many times have they misdropped an S? That's ridiculous how many times it's been. Nico just having a bit of a hard time trying to figure out where to go from there. But now that they do know where they're going, 4 PPS burst, really impressive spike there, and yeah, that'll be it. Congratulations to Nico for taking Radiant 70 with a clean run through winners. No losses taken. So good job for. And it will be our champion for So now that has ended, that will conclude our Radiant 70. We thank Flower Petal for hosting and Purple for doing our bracket. So they always there to carry for real. Don't worry about it. Thank you to AP, who's not here anymore, for commentating with me. So now that this is over, I believe we are going to raid somebody. Don't know who that is. Oh, never mind. Looks like Hoy the Killer. Really cool. Know them from TOS. They're a TOS staff member. So join in the raid if you want to say, if you want to join us. And anyone got any idea what we should raid them with? What message we should raid them with? My head's kind of dizzy right now. No one's got any ideas. Let's just, I don't know, we don't usually do raid messages. Dang it. Unfortunate. That's okay though. We don't need to do a raid message every time. So yeah, thanks for coming out and watching. Congratulations to Neko for winning. Okay, never mind. We went forward. Hooray! I can rest. My head is very